AI Policy Podcast, we are diving into another thought-provoking article by tech publicist and policy analyst Anita S. Lane. The title of the piece we're discussing today is When the Credits Shrink: Hollywood's AI Future and the Disappearing Creative Workforce. Welcome to this deep dive. So we've got Anita's article here, and it's really something. It goes way beyond just the tech specs. This piece is really looking hard at the impact technology, specifically AI could have, or, is having, on human creativity, on labor, right in the heart of Hollywood, one of the most visible industries globally.
That's exactly it. And our mission today really is to pull out the key insights from Anita's pretty detailed analysis here. We want to understand the path Hollywood seems to be heading down, maybe quietly, but definitely accelerating, and also explore what this means more broadly, not just for film, but, for the whole creative workforce. It asks some big questions about human artistry.
Yeah, it really does. And Anita kicks it off with this striking image. She asks you to picture a huge blockbuster movie, the kind you'd think takes thousands of people to make. But then the credits roll for maybe 30 seconds, tops. No long list of names, no camera team mentioned, no location scouts, extras, wardrobe. Even craft services are gone. Just blink and you miss it. It's kind of chilling, actually. So the question she throws out right away is, why? How could this happen, and what does it signal? Okay, let's really get into the core of what Anita's presenting here. The reason she gives for those super short credits, it's stark. The whole movie, AI generated, meaning zero humans hired. No actors on set, no director yelling action, no crew. Just as she puts it, a machine trained on data, spitting out cinematic content. And she's very clear. This isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy. She sees it as a quiet but real path. Hollywood's already started down.
It's a powerful setup. And she doesn't just leave it there. She gives a concrete example pretty quickly. She points to Netflix and their new series, The Eternaut. Apparently, they use generative AI for a big building explosion scene.
Oh, right. I heard something about that.
Yeah, and what's interesting is how Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos apparently talked about it, praised the efficiency, said it took way less time than a traditional shoot, and even suggested it makes films better, not just cheaper, which, from a purely production view.
Sounds like a win, sure. Faster, maybe cheaper.
But that's exactly where Anita steps in with the counterpoint. She doesn't just marvel at the tech, she flags it. Says this kind of thing, even if it seems small now, is the beginning of a larger disruption to the entire film ecosystem. The author basically argues that this push for innovation, quote unquote, should give us pause. There's more going on under the surface.
And this framing is so crucial. Anita cuts right through the noise. She says, and I think this quote is key, this isn't a tech scare story, it's a labor story. It's a story about whether we believe in the value of human creativity or whether we're willing to let AI overwrite it frame by frame. That just sets the whole tone, doesn't it? It shifts it completely from just tech talk to human impact. So let's stick with this labor story angle that Anita really focuses on. If studios like Netflix are promoting AI for its efficiency, saving time, saving money, who actually pays the price for that efficiency? Who gets left out when the tech takes over?
That is the question, and Anita really hammers home how even one AI-generated scene like that explosion, it represents a whole microeconomy erased. When you think about it, it's not just a digital effect. It's potentially dozens of real jobs bypassed.
Like, who specifically?
Well, think about it. Pyrotechnicians, right? Highly skilled people. Safety officers making sure nobody gets hurt. Special effects crews building stuff. Location managers finding the right spot. Prop handlers. Even, like you said, catering staff feeding everyone. Transport moving gear around.
Wow, yeah. It ripples out.
It's a huge ripple effect. And the author reminds us Hollywood isn't just stars and directors. It's this massive interconnected web of artists, laborers, and freelancers. You've got extras, gaffers doing the lighting, hairstylists, makeup artists. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Right. All these specialized roles.
Exactly. They're all threads in the fabric. So when AI replaces even one task, it doesn't just cut one job. It can unravel connections for lots of people. The backbone of the whole thing.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Nita makes this powerful point. When AI takes over a task, it's not just saving time. Her words are that it unplugs people from a creative and economic ecosystem they've built careers around.
That's a strong way to put it.
It is. It's more than just lost wages. It's about losing your professional community, your network, maybe even your sense of purpose in that field. It's fundamentally changing how creative work gets done and valued. Now, shifting gears slightly, Anita also really digs into the impact on actors specifically. She brings up the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike, which was obviously huge. Actors were loud and clear, right?
Oh, absolutely.
They did not want their faces, voices, their whole likeness used by AI without their say-so, or without getting paid fairly for it.
Right. Consent and compensation. That was core.
Yeah.
And the industry response. Well, initially there were some concessions, limited ones maybe, but some contractual protections got put in place around digital doubles and using likenesses.
Okay, so some progress there, at least on paper.
Sort of. But then Anita points to what she calls a chilling trend that seems to be emerging since then. Instead of finding ways to work ethically with human actors, like the strike pushed for, some studios are reportedly looking into or actually using AI to render entirely fake humans, bypassing real actors altogether.
Whoa, okay. So not just scanning an actor, but creating someone from scratch.
Pretty much. It's a massive leap from reusing a likeness to just generating a performer who never existed.
Let that sink in for a sec. That's huge. So instead of figuring out fair use with creatives, Hollywood might be building a way to just eliminate the need for them, a complete workaround.
That seems to be the concern Anita's raising. It's a strategic shift, potentially. And what's fascinating, or maybe disturbing, is this evolution. Like the author argues, just protecting your likeness isn't enough protection if the whole person can just be written out of the script or generated synthetically.
Right. The threat level changed.
Exactly. It went from don't copy me without permission to don't replace me entirely. The piece makes it clear. Generative AI is threatening the human element itself.
Which loops back perfectly to Anita's warning about that Netflix experiment being just the start. She basically says, look, what starts as a cool digital background or one VFX shot that can easily evolve into a fully AI-generated cast and script. It's that slippery slope idea.
And she backs it up, pointing out it's not hypothetical. It's already happening in pieces. We're seeing AI-generated screenplays pop up. AI voiceovers are being used instead of human actors for something.
Even trailers.
Even trailers, yeah. Those crucial bits of marketing. AI is doing some of them now. And Anita keeps tying it back to that efficiency argument we talked about. It's always framed as efficiency, speed, cost saving. But the result is human actors, writers, crews. They're being steadily edged out of their own industry.
Which naturally leads to the question of rules and regulations. Anita makes a huge point about the law just not keeping up.
Yeah.
The Writers Guild, SAG-AFTRA strikes, they won some important ground. But she argues those agreements were limited and narrow.
Right. They focused on individual rights, mostly, like likeness, authorship, consent for specific AI uses.
But not the bigger picture.
Exactly. She says they didn't really tackle the larger trend of industry-wide substitution, the idea of replacing whole categories of human work.
So this raises a critical question then. What are the policy tools needed if the current ones aren't enough?
Well, Anita's article makes a strong case for new legislation. Stuff that goes beyond just likeness rights. She's talking about policies that directly address labor displacement, preventing a future where, entire films are made with minimal human creative input.
Okay, does she suggest specific tools?
She does. She lays out several concrete ideas. First, human participation mandates, like requiring a minimum amount of human creative work for productions getting tax breaks or government money.
Okay, makes sense. Tie funding to human jobs.
Second, anti-substitution clauses. These would basically stop studios from just swapping out entire groups of workers, say the whole lighting department, with AI. Third, transparency requirements. This seems crucial. Mandating disclosure about when and how AI was used in a production, so everyone knows.
Right, transparency is key. What else?
Fourth, labor impact studies, requiring big studios to actually study and report on how their AI use affects jobs. And finally, union oversight boards, giving creative unions more power to review AI use, especially if it potentially violates contracts or undermines labor standards.
Wow, okay, that's a pretty comprehensive list. It really boils down to her core principle, doesn't it? Which she states so clearly, efficiency should not come at the cost of people. Innovation should not mean erasure.
Perfectly put. It's about balancing progress with protecting the human element.
And Anita makes it clear this isn't just a Hollywood problem. This conversation, it's really about the future of all creative work.
Absolutely. What happens in film could easily be a model or a warning for music, design, writing, you name it. And if we think bigger picture, what message does this send to young artists starting out?
Yeah.
That their skills are optional,
Yeah.
that their unique voice, their face, their perspective is just replicable, expendable.
It's pretty bleak if you frame it that way.
It could really discourage people from even pursuing creative fields. And, while studios might genuinely think AI enhances storytelling, Anita's counter is powerful. That enhancement can't come by diminishing the human spirit that makes storytelling worth watching in the first place.
That human spark. The thing AI might struggle to replicate.
Exactly, that connection. Which leads us to her final, really haunting question.
Will it still be art or just output? It cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? What do we value more, efficiency or expression? The article really emphasizes that point. A generated explosion is not the end of the world, but it may be the start of one, unless we act. And this line, too. If Hollywood no longer needs people to make movies, we must ask ourselves a haunting question. Will it still be art or just output? Cool. Anita's final thought really sticks with you. We have a choice to make, and we need to make it now before creativity is reduced to code and the credits roll without any real names. Thanks for sharing this piece with us, Anita. And to our listening audience, thank you for joining us today, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Until next time.